Welcome everyone to the making of my webcomic called Reset Access Denied. This is the making of strip number 8. If you're a newcomer to this series, then don't worry, there's a playlist on my YouTube channel. I have provided the link in the descriptions below. If you've been following this project from the very beginning or just a few months back, then you would have known that, there hasn't been any update on this project for quite a while. This is actually the first time since October last year, and it all has a very clear explanation. I will get to that in a second. The good news is that my intention is to finish this project right now in one straight line, meaning that hopefully by the end of this year somewhere, this 10-page short story should finally come to an end. So I would say let's dive right in, let's have a look, and then I'll walk you guys through it. Okay, so I'm going to start with a recap. So Reset Access Denied is a webcomic that I started back in October as an Inktober project. So my objective was to upload a single strip per day. Now, at the time, I was very optimistic, and I thought, you know what, I can do this. It's no problem. It's just a strip per day, right? How long can that take? I was estimating anywhere between an hour and a half and 3 hours max per strip. Now, obviously, as I started working on this, I realized that, I tend to kind of go for a lot of details. And that's fine. That's just the way my style is. That's the way I like to draw. So things just took much longer than I expected. And all the strips that you're seeing here were still drawn literally one per day. Except for maybe some details. So for example, there's some backgrounds added in that I've done afterwards. So before it looked a little bit empty, and now I've added additional detail in the background, just to give it the same feeling as, for example, page 1 and 2, and just consistency basically. But the point was still that, okay, this was not possible as a Inktober project. Now this was in October. My last entry was on October 7th, which was strip number 7. It's the one that you're looking at right now. And this one had taken me also about 7 hours to make, and it was a Sunday, and I thought to myself, okay, this is too much. I'm working every day in and out, plus obviously I still had other assignments. I thought to myself, this is too much for a project that I'm not getting paid for, and Inktober should be something like that you dedicate maybe an hour and a half max per day, not 7 hours. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to stop it there, and we're gonna have to move on. So that's the background story of that. Today we're gonna focus on this, which is strip number 8. And this one was completed not too long ago. Here you can see how I've started the penciling process. In the top right corner, what you're seeing is the original storyboard that I had created before October. And yeah, you can basically see how I plan things out. I mean, it's identically the same with the previous strip. So again, for those of you that are new, there is a playlist where you can see the creation of all the other strips. The only difference here is that, here you get a bit of an intro because many months have gone by, and, I think it was really time in order to give you guys a proper update. Now, as usual, I like to keep my pencils quite light, not too detailed. Where I do take a lot of time is in inking. Inking for me is something that, I don't know, maybe because I really like precision work, it really takes a lot. So my inking takes basically more or less 4 to 5 times longer than my pencil. So if, for example, I've been penciling for 2 hours, then I'll be inking for almost 10. That's just how it works. Now, so far I've never had to pencil anything for 2 hours for this. It took me about, I don't know, penciling on this one was close to an hour max, and strip number 8 in total took about, 10 hours, I think. 10 hours in total. Now, the other part of inking, see, I divide inking into two parts. One is where I literally just draw the outlines of the shapes that I need, of the characters, the environment. And the second part is the one that I'm doing now, is where I'm literally finishing the inking bit. Now, I also do it on two different layers, because it allows me to correct a lot of things if I feel like I need to correct them. So, say I had to do this traditionally, then there's no way in hell I would have only spent an hour or two even on pencils. No. I would have figured out all the lighting already in the penciling stage, because there, if you make a mistake in inking, that's it. You know, I mean, you can correct it, but it's very difficult, and you'll still have to do some editing afterwards once you scan the page. So, you know, it's very different working digital versus traditional. Traditional, you just need much more prep work. Now, the way I'm seeing this is that if all goes well, I should definitely finish this 10-page short story by the end of this year. Now, this has a lot to do with the fact that I'm currently on strip number 10. I've already finished 9. This video is about 8. I will be uploading the making of 9 also quite soon. And I think that if I'm lucky, I should be able to finish 1 strip per week. Now, I'm currently working a day job, so I do not have the luxury that I had when I started this project back in October. Then I had, much more time to do this. But now, a lot of my time is dedicated to my day job, and obviously I've got 2 children and so forth. So, I work on this project on weekends and evenings. But even with all that, I do think that, about 1 strip per week. Does that mean that I'll be uploading 1 strip per week like a making of video? I cannot promise that, because you just never know when, things are going to happen or what's going to happen. There's just always something. But at least that is what I'm going to be aiming for. So it gives you guys an idea of like, okay, this is more or less the time frame that we've got. There are 30 strips in total, and like I said, I'm currently doing work on strip number 10, so I should be done in 20 strips basically. So 20 weeks the earliest. Right, here you can see what my original text layout was. I completely changed it afterwards because it was totally killing the background. I didn't like it, so I split it into, brought some of the text into the previous strip, as you can see here. And that's quite important because, lettering and text, all that stuff, very important. I don't want to underestimate that either. What you guys can also do is follow my Instagram account, where I also continuously upload stuff on Reset. Here you might see the individual strips, or how I print them out on page. I have a video as well that I recently uploaded where you can see some of the details and stuff. You can also leave your comments and stuff. So obviously I'll be linking the link of my Instagram in the descriptions below, so no worries, you can get through there. So that's it. That's my strip number 8, Recess Access Denied. If you like this stuff, well, leave a like and subscribe, and I would very much like to thank everyone for stopping by. See you guys in the next one.